Chosen one, what I'm about to share may surprise you, maybe even shock you. If you're watching this video right now, it's no accident. Divine timing has brought you here because something powerful is unfolding in your life. You are moving from a place of wanting into a place of having. Yes, that's right. The very things you have been praying for, hoping for, and waiting on are no longer distant dreams. They are actively shifting into your reality. This isn't just a simple mindset change, it's a deep spiritual and energetic transformation. As the chosen one, you are about to witness things falling into place faster than you ever imagined. But understanding how this works is crucial if you want to align fully with this shift and step confidently into the manifestation of your desires. Before we dive deeper into this life-changing message, take a moment to pause this video and do 3 things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 50,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 11. This number will send a powerful signal to the universe, amplifying the energy surrounding this message. Remember, if you truly are the chosen one, you will watch this video all the way through. Your spirit already knows this message is meant for you. If you're not ready to receive this truth, you might not make it to the end. But for those who do, your life will never be the same. Now let's get into it. From the very beginning, you carried within you a fire, a quiet but fierce certainty that the path ahead was yours to claim. While the world around you hesitated, questioned, or doubted, you stood steady in your conviction. It wasn't just confidence, it was a deep, soulful understanding that no matter what storms arose, your purpose was carved into your DNA. That inner knowing wasn't born from arrogance, but from an intimate connection with your own truth. It's the kind of clarity that comes when you stop looking for validation outside and start listening to the voice inside that whispers, "You were made for more." Remember those moments when others dismissed your dreams as unrealistic or told you to play it safe? Those words were like distant echoes, noise that couldn't penetrate the shield of certainty you wore. You sensed opportunities where others saw obstacles, possibilities where others saw dead ends. That unshakable belief didn't just keep you afloat, it propelled you forward, lighting up your path when the world around you was cloaked in doubt. It's not just about knowing you would succeed, it's about trusting your own vision when no one else could see it yet. This is the kind of knowing that makes you rise before dawn to work on what others haven't dared to start. It's the quiet confidence that keeps you moving when the applause is absent and the skepticism lacks. And it's this foundation of unwavering faith in yourself that has set you apart even before anyone else realized what was unfolding. Your knowing was a seed planted deep inside, and through every challenge, it grew strong. It whispered promises during sleepless nights, and gave you the courage to say no to anything or anyone that threatened to dim your light. This deep-rooted certainty is what makes you the architect of your own destiny, the one who doesn't just wait for life to happen, but demands it with passion and purpose. When you look back, you'll realize this is where everything started, not with the applause or the accolades, but with that silent, fierce knowing that said, doubt can be one of the most potent fuels for those who refuse to be defeated. When others questioned your abilities, underestimated your potential, or dismissed your ambitions as impossible, you didn't shrink away, you leaned into it. Their disbelief wasn't a barrier, it was a challenge, a dare to prove them wrong. Every whisper of doubt became a spark that ignited your drive, pushing you harder, deeper, and further than you thought possible. Think about the last time someone told you, you can't, or you won't. How did that make you feel? If you're honest, it probably sparked a fire within, a fierce refusal to let someone else's limited perspective define your future. That fire, born from skepticism, transformed into unstoppable momentum. Instead of cowering under the weight of their disbelief, you harnessed it as motivation, using it like rocket fuel to launch yourself beyond their expectations. There's a strange power in being doubted. It forces you to confront your own doubts and fears head-on, and then push through them with relentless tenacity. The voices that said you were too inexperienced, too ambitious, or too out there became your personal soundtrack to victory. You chose to rewrite the narrative, proving that your worth and your dreams were far beyond what anyone had dared to imagine. This phenomenon isn't just psychological, it's rooted in science. Studies show that individuals who face skepticism or opposition often develop greater resilience and creativity. When people doubt you, they're unintentionally gifting you an advantage, the chance to rise, to innovate, and to dominate in ways that silence every naysayer. You've turned doubt into a catalyst for your success. So the next time you encounter doubt, remember it's not the end of your journey, it's the fire that forges your spirit, sharpens your focus, and fuels your climb. Their doubt doesn't weaken you, it electrifies you, and you're just getting started. For too long, you carried the heavy burden of trying to please everyone around you, bending, adapting, and silencing parts of yourself to fit into molds that weren't designed for your brilliance. People-pleasing is a sneaky trap. It disguises itself as kindness, but slowly erodes your sense of self. Breaking free from those invisible chains wasn't easy. It was a battle fought in the quiet moments when you faced your own reflection and realized you were losing yourself, trying to be what others wanted. It's exhausting to live life as a chameleon, constantly changing colors to blend into different social landscapes. You began to feel disconnected, like a puzzle piece forced into the wrong place. But at some point, the yearning for authenticity grew too loud to ignore. You realized that the cost of pleasing others was your own happiness, creativity, and peace. And so you took the hardest step, choosing yourself over approval, truth over comfort. Reclaiming your voice and your boundaries wasn't a moment, it was a process. It meant saying no when every fiber of your being screamed just to avoid conflict. It meant accepting that not everyone would like you, and that was okay. This liberation brought with it a powerful revelation. The people who truly matter don't need you to shrink yourself. They celebrate your fullness and stand by you when you show up as your most authentic. Ultimately, the freedom you gained was worth every uncomfortable conversation and every moment of doubt. By choosing yourself, you became unstoppable, proving that true strength comes from honoring your own soul above all else. There comes a pivotal moment in every journey where you finally decide, enough is enough. That moment when you stop giving your energy away to anything or anyone that doesn't lift you higher. It's the point where you look in the mirror and say, I am worthy, I deserve respect, love, and success. This is the moment you start to build an unbreakable foundation of self-worth, one that no external circumstance can shake. Before this awakening, you might have tolerated disrespect, settled for less, or hidden your true brilliance because you thought you weren't enough. But something inside you shifted, a fierce love for yourself that could no longer be ignored. Maybe it was a painful breakup, a career setback, or a quiet realization during a moment of solitude. Whatever the trigger, it sparked a wildfire of self-appreciation that swept away old beliefs and replaced them with something more powerful. Valuing yourself above all else means setting standards that honor your well-being, dreams, and values. It means protecting your time, your heart, and your energy with unwavering boundaries. This decision ripples through every aspect of your life, transforming your relationships, your work, and your mindset. Suddenly, you aren't chasing validation, you're embodying it. This is the foundation of true empowerment. When you value yourself first, you no longer settle for crumbs from others. You demand your seat at the table, your voice to be heard, and your dreams to be pursued fiercely. This self-respect becomes a magnet for abundance, attracting opportunities and people who reflect your worth back to you. Your defining moment was not just a decision, it was a declaration, a promise to yourself that you would never again dim your light or sacrifice your soul to make others comfortable. From this point on, you became your own greatest champion, and that change made all the difference. Not everyone who crosses your path deserves a seat at your table. Energy vampires, those draining souls who sap your joy, enthusiasm, and momentum, lurk in every corner. But you learned early to spot them before they could embed themselves in your life and feed off your life. This skill isn't just about self-protection. It's about honoring your energy as the precious resource it truly is. Energy vampires come in many forms: the chronic complainers, the manipulators, the ones who demand more than they give, and the hidden skeptics who quietly undermine your confidence. You noticed the subtle signs, the way they made conversations about themselves, how they left you feeling exhausted instead of uplifted, or how they tried to pull you into drama and negativity. Your radar became so finely tuned that you could spot their toxic patterns before they took hold. Spotting these vampires early meant developing a profound sense of emotional intelligence and boundary setting. You learned to trust your instincts, that quiet voice telling you to step back, to disengage. Ultimately, protecting your energy isn't selfish, it's essential. By keeping energy vampires at bay, you reserved your strength for the people and opportunities that truly deserved it. You learned that your energy is sacred currency, and you are the gatekeeper who decides who gets to spend it. In every journey toward greatness, there are those who try to hitch their wagon to your star, opportunists waiting to ride your momentum without lifting a finger. These are the people who don't truly invest in your vision, but want to benefit from your hard-earned achievements. What makes you extraordinary is your sharp awareness, the ability to see through the facade and call out those who come with hidden agendas. Opportunists often present themselves as friends, supporters, or partners, but their actions betray their true intentions. They seek to piggyback on your success, hoping to bask in the glow without the sweat and sacrifice it took to get there. You recognize the red flags early: sudden interest when you start winning, disappearing when you face challenges, or subtly undermining your authority to gain favor elsewhere. Exposing these individuals is not about cynicism, it's about protecting the integrity of your journey. You refuse to let their agendas dilute your vision or drain your energy. Instead, you confronted the situation with clarity and grace, choosing your circle wisely. This discernment sharpened your leadership and preserved the authenticity of your rise. Your ability to identify and address opportunists became a crucial part of your growth. It taught you that not everyone deserves access to your dreams or your platform. The true test of character is shown not in times of easy success, but in moments of challenge and scrutiny. And you passed with flying colors. By standing firm against opportunism, you reinforced your boundaries and your value. You created a space where genuine supporters could thrive and where your success remained yours, untainted and fully earned. This vigilance is part of what makes you a true leader, one who rises with integrity and power. While opportunists try to climb aboard, your journey has been quietly supported by genuine allies, those who work behind the scenes, believing in you without seeking the spotlight. These true allies are rare treasures, loyal, steadfast, and authentic. They see your vision clearly and support it selflessly, even when no one else understands the magnitude of your dream. True allies don't show up only when things are easy. They stand with you through the storms, offering encouragement, wisdom, and unwavering loyalty. They don't compete with your light. Instead, they amplify it by holding space for your growth and remind your true allies have helped you stay grounded when external voices tried to pull you off course. Their belief has been a lifeline, a reminder that you are never alone, even in your most solitary moments. You give back to these relationships with authenticity, reciprocity, and deep appreciation. By honoring your allies, you build a network of strength and resilience, a collective force that uplifts and propels you forward. This invisible support system is a cornerstone of your continued ascent, a testament to the power of genuine connection. In a world full of noise, deception, and hidden agendas, your greatest weapon has become your ability to sense authenticity and expose falsehoods. You've developed a finely tuned radar, an instinctive ability to detect lies, whether spoken or unspoken, and to navigate the murky waters of truth and deception with clarity. This radar didn't come overnight. It was honed through experience, heartbreak, and countless lessons where things weren't as they appeared. You learned to read between the lines, to observe body language, tone, and inconsistency. Over time, your gut became your most reliable compass, guiding you away from traps and toward opportunities aligned with your truth. The ability to see through lies is not just about protecting yourself, it's about preserving the integrity of your journey. Lies can derail progress, damage relationships, and create internal chaos. You recognized this early and made it your mission to cultivate honesty in every corner of your life. Starting with yourself, your authentic radar also empowered you to foster trust and transparency with those who truly mattered. You built connections on a foundation of truth, knowing that any relationship based on deceit is destined to crumble. This unwavering commitment to authenticity became a defining trait of your leadership and personal power. Ultimately, your radar for truth keeps you anchored and unstoppable. It's the secret behind your ability to move confidently, even when the path is uncertain. You don't just survive deception, you rise above it, illuminating the way forward. Emotional intelligence isn't just a buzzword, it's the secret sauce that has safeguarded your power throughout your journey. You mastered the art of understanding and managing not only your own emotions, but also the emotions of those around you. This emotional savvy has been crucial in maintaining your balance and influence, especially when chaos and conflict threaten to consume you. By tuning into your feelings without being controlled by them, you gained clarity in moments of pressure. Instead of reacting impulsively to criticism or manipulation, you responded with calmness and insight. This ability transformed potential setbacks into strategic advantages, allowing you to navigate complex situations with grace and authority. Emotional intelligence also means empathy, the deep capacity to understand others' perspectives without losing yourself. This empathy enabled you to build meaningful relationships and inspire loyalty, all while you learned to turn difficult people and situations into growth opportunities, and why you continue to rise stronger and wiser with every challenge. No journey to greatness is without its darker moments. You faced 3 of the most insidious attacks designed to break your spirit: love bombing, guilt, and sabotage. Each was a test of your resolve, a trap meant to destabilize your mind and shake your foundation. But instead of falling prey, you survived and thrived, transforming these attacks into powerful lessons. Love bombing came disguised as overwhelming affection and attention, an intoxicating flood meant to disarm your defenses and make you dependent. But beneath the surface lay manipulation. You recognized this pattern and refused to be blinded by false adoration. Your awareness allowed you to maintain emotional clarity, seeing past the glitter to the true motives beneath. Guilt was another weapon wielded to control and weaken you. Whether through subtle accusations or overt blame, it aimed to make you question your worth and your choices. But you reclaimed your power by understanding that guilt imposed by others is not yours to carry. You set boundaries and practiced radical self-compassion, refusing to be weighed down by unwarranted shame. Sabotage took many forms: whispered rumors, hidden obstacles, and deliberate attempts to undermine your progress. Instead of letting these acts derail you, you used them as fuel to rise even higher. Your resilience became a shield, and your strategic mind found ways to turn sabotage into stepping stones for growth. Surviving these 3 attacks didn't just prove your strength, it refined it. You emerged from each encounter wiser, more vigilant, and fiercely determined to protect your kingdom. These experiences hardened your armor without hardening your heart. Your victory over love bombing, guilt, and sabotage is a testament to your unwavering spirit, proof that no dark force can dim the light of one who knows their worth. When you started to rise, their reactions were unmistakable: panic, disbelief, and fear. Your growth threatened their status quo and challenged the narratives they built around you. But instead of being intimidated by their reactions, you saw something deeper, a clear sign of your growing power and influence. Their panic was a mirror reflecting your impact. When people start to feel unsettled by your success, it means you are shifting the balance of power. You aren't just moving forward quietly, you're shaking the foundations of the old ways, disrupting comfort zones, and creating space for new possibilities. This reaction, though uncomfortable for them, became your badge of honor. It was evidence that you were no longer invisible or ignorable. Every fearful glance, every attempt to diminish you, only amplified your presence and forced others to pay attention. Instead of retreating, you leaned into their panic with confidence. You used it as a reminder that you were on the right path, and that your influence was real and expanding. This mindset transformed opposition, transformation, and that's okay. Your journey is yours alone and it deserves respect. By owning your transformation, you give yourself permission to grow without guilt or hesitation. You embrace your imperfections, your lessons, and your victories as integral parts of who you are becoming. This radical self-acceptance has been a liberation, freeing you from the need to explain or justify your evolution. This mindset shifts your power dynamic. Instead of shrinking to fit into old molds, you expand boldly, inviting others to catch up or step aside. Your unapologetic ownership challenges norms and inspires others to honor their own journeys. Owning your transformation is a declaration. You are here, fully alive and unapologetically yourself. No excuses, no regrets, just unstoppable forward motion. Criticism is inevitable when you dare to rise above the ordinary. But where many see it as a roadblock, you see it as the raw material for your empire. You've learned the art of transforming critique, whether fair or unfair, into motivation, insight, and innovation. Instead of letting criticism sting or shake your confidence, you dissect it with discernment. You ask yourself, what can I learn here? What truths can I take and use to sharpen my skills or strategy? This mindset turns negativity into constructive energy that propels you forward. Flipping criticism also means not internalizing unwarranted judgment. You understand the difference between feedback designed to help and words meant to undermine. This clarity protects your self-worth and keeps your vision intact even when faced with harsh voices. Your empire is built on resilience and adaptability. Criticism forces you to evolve, to refine your message, and to strengthen your foundation. Each critique is a stepping stone, a test of your commitment to excellence. By harnessing criticism as fuel, you've created a cycle of continuous growth. Your empire doesn't just withstand scrutiny, it thrives because of it. Doubt and attacks from others can shake even the strongest souls, but you have mastered the art of standing rock solid, immovable in your conviction, unwavering in your purpose. This stability has been your greatest defense and your loudest statement of strength. When the world questioned you or launched attacks, you didn't respond with anger or fear. Instead, you anchored yourself in your truth, drawing strength from your inner foundation. You knew that reacting impulsively would give power to those trying to undermine you. Your rock-solid stance isn't about stubbornness, it's about wisdom and emotional control. You listen, assess, and choose your battles wisely. This approach saves your energy for what truly matters, and disarms critics who expect drama. Your journey has led you to a rarefied circle, the Obsidian Inner Order, a community of the chosen few who rise above, rule with integrity, and transform relentlessly. This isn't just a group, it's a powerful alliance of visionaries, warriors, and leaders who refuse to settle for anything less than greatness. Joining this order means stepping into your highest potential alongside others who understand the weight and glory of your path. It's a space where your unique power is honored, your struggles are understood, and your victories celebrated. Here you find not competition, but collaboration, not judgment, but support. The Obsidian Inner Order is more than symbolism, it's a commitment to continual growth and dominance. It's about ruling your life and empire with clarity, courage, and relentless drive. It's where you sharpen your skills, expand your influence, and inspire others to do the same. Being part of this order means you are no longer alone in your mission. You are connected to a tribe that lifts you higher, challenges you deeper, and stands with you through every trial. Together you forge new paths and rewrite the rules of power. This is your throne, your legacy, your destiny. The Obsidian Inner Order welcomes you, the chosen one, who sees clearly, acts boldly, and transforms the world. Before anyone noticed your rise, you were quietly preparing, laying the groundwork, mastering your craft, and building resilience in silence. This unseen effort is the real story behind your success, the part that others rarely see, but which makes everything else possible. It's where discipline meets destiny. Your preparation wasn't flashy or loud, it was deliberate, focused, and often lonely. You sacrificed comfort, leisure, and easy approval to develop skills, mindset, and strength that would carry you through the storms ahead. This silent work gave you an edge others underestimated. The beauty of unseen preparation is that it builds a foundation that no external event can shake. When chaos erupted around you, your steady groundwork became your anchor. It allowed you to respond calmly, confidently, and strategically, rather than react out of fear or panic. Others may try to rush their success or seek shortcuts, but your commitment to preparation has made your rise authentic and sustainable. You didn't just stumble into greatness, you earned every step of it with sweat, tears, and relentless focus. This silent power is your secret weapon, the quiet force that has shaped you into the unstoppable force you are today. Doubt isn't the enemy, it's a powerful teacher that challenges you to question, refine, and grow. Instead of fearing doubt, you learned to welcome it as a necessary part of your journey, one that sharpens your vision and fortifies your resolve. When doubt crept in, it pushed you to examine your beliefs and your goals more deeply. It forced you to clarify your purpose and weed out the noise that distracted you. Rather than succumbing to uncertainty, you used it to fuel critical thinking and self-awareness. Doubt also taught you humility. You realized that no path is perfect, and that saying no is one of the most powerful acts of self-respect you mastered. It's a boundary that protects your time, energy, and focus, allowing you to invest in what truly matters. Yet for many, saying no comes wrapped in guilt or fear of rejection. But not for you. You learned early that every yes to something misaligned is a no to your own growth and well-being. Saying no became an act of courage, a statement that your priorities are sacred and non-negotiable. This shift changed how others perceived you, from people-pleaser to powerful decision-maker. Saying no without guilt required deep self-awareness and practice. You became comfortable with discomfort, knowing that disappointing others is sometimes necessary to protect your own integrity. In an age where instant results are expected, you cultivated the rare and invaluable gift of patience. You understood that meaningful growth takes time, and rushing the process often leads to shortcuts, mistakes, and burnout. Patience became your quiet strength. You resisted the temptation to compare your journey to others, knowing that everyone's path unfolds on its own timeline. This mindset freed you from unnecessary pressure and self-doubt. You focused on consistent effort, small wins, and long-term vision, rather than fleeting success. Patience also deepened your resilience. When progress seemed slow or invisible, you reminded yourself that the most profound transformations are often gradual. This steady endurance built your confidence and prevented discouragement from stealing your momentum. By cultivating patience, you developed wisdom, the ability to see beyond immediate setbacks and trust the unfolding process. It allowed you to celebrate the journey, not just the destination. Your patience has been a silent force, quietly carrying you toward greatness when others gave up. Forgiveness isn't about excusing hurtful actions, it's about freeing yourself from the chains of resentment and bitterness. You discovered that holding on to grudges only kept you trapped, draining your energy and clouding your vision. Forgiveness became your pathway to peace and empowerment. Choosing forgiveness was an act of radical courage. It meant facing your pain honestly, releasing the need for revenge or validation, and reclaiming your emotional sovereignty. This was a gift you gave yourself, not the people who wronged you. Through forgiveness, you healed wounds that once held you hostage. You transformed pain into strength and bitterness into clarity. This process didn't erase the past, but redefined your relationship with it, enabling you to move forward unburdened. Forgiveness also opened space for compassion toward yourself and others. It deepened your empathy and made your leadership more compassionate, without compromising your boundaries or values. In embracing forgiveness, you reclaimed your freedom, a vital foundation for the unstoppable power you now wield. Ambition drives you forward, while contentment keeps you grounded. Balancing these two forces is an art you master. Rather than letting ambition become a restless hunger or contentment a complacent pause, you navigated both with grace and wisdom. Your ambition is a fiery fuel that pushes you to dream bigger, take risks, and break barriers. But you also recognize that relentless striving without pause leads to exhaustion and dissatisfaction. Your vulnerability also fueled creativity and innovation. It gave you the freedom to explore new ideas without fear of judgment, and to learn from failure rather than hide it. This openness created a culture of growth and authenticity around you. Far from diminishing your power, vulnerability strengthened your leadership. It created safe spaces for others to express themselves and brought diverse voices into your circle. By owning your vulnerability, you transformed it into a superpower, one that fuels your courage, resilience, and magnetism. Self-awareness is the guiding light that helped you navigate uncertainty and upheaval with clarity and confidence. In the chaos of change, external noise can overwhelm, but your deep understanding of yourself served as an unwavering compass. You invested time and energy in reflecting on your values, triggers, strengths, and blind spots. This honest self-examination gave you insight into why you react certain ways and how to adjust your responses for the best outcomes. Through self-awareness, you gained control over your emotional landscape.